What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and this is a continuation of the last video. And if you guys haven't seen the last video, you gotta check it out. How to rebuild your little slave cylinder to make your clutch feel 1,000 times better. Normal sticky clutch. And in today's video, I am, instead of doing a maintenance, I am actually doing an upgrade. And you guys know how much I love my Nismo stuff. And yes, you probably guessed it already. I love my driver mods and stuff like that. And this is none other than the, that's right, Nismo, Nismo hose clutch kit, which is just a clutch hose basically. Let me show you guys. So yeah, basically just a hose like this, nothing crazy. The difference, what's the difference between this one and the factory one? Well, the factory one is actually a rubber hose, and this is a braided line. And let me see what else I have. Oh, I love these, absolutely love these. Even come with a brand new copper gasket, like installation manual and a certificate showing this is authentic stuff, and this is legal modification as well, obviously, if it's from Nismo. And basically this is braided line, and I think most of you guys already know the difference. Like if you get a braided line, once you like sort of beat on it, you know, you clutch kick a couple of clutch kick, or even just driving in the traffic, like, you know, on the clutch a lot, your clutch fluid will get hot, and when they get hot, when you push down the clutch, it tends to expand the rubber hose. Like the rubber hose is like slightly, you probably can't even see it with your eye, but it just slightly expands, and then to give you that spongy, soft, like clutch pedal feeling, which is not what we want. We want that refined, strong spring, clutch pedal feeling, right? Any reason why I went with the Nismo braided hose? No, not really any reason. Plenty of options out there that are braided line, cheaper than Nismo as well. So yeah, and also the clutch line, this is like the bottom part of the clutch line. There's also a hard line going all the way inside of the back of the wheel well, and then there is a dampener in there as well, which depends person to person. Some people like to delete that, but personally, I think since there's already like a hard line, it's just long. Like other than that, there's no difference. If you go with the braided line, it's a lot extra more work, and plus it's not OEM anymore. You can't reuse the bracket, you have to make your own bracket, you have to secure it yourself, which is a lot more pain. And that is why I just went with the second bottom half, the rubber part. Now if you go with some company, obviously some company is like a straight line, going all the way to the clutch reservoir, and some company is only the bottom half, the little bit, the rubber part, which is like the Nismo one. So completely personal preference. Without further ado, let's get into the install. Alright, so you guys can see, let me try to get the lighting a bit better. Here is the factory clutch hose, goes right there, and basically it's like a how you undo a brake line. So I think it's 8 or 10 mil up there, and there's a locking pin like right here. There's like a locking pin right here, so you undo the nut first and you pull the pin, and this whole clutch hose would come off. And same way goes with the new one, you put it back on the same way. And yeah, I'll show you guys when it's done, because it's not much room down here. Once you break that loose, you remove that, and then there'll be a clip like this, just like the ones on the brake, and then you just want to grab like a flathead screwdriver or a plier, you want to grip on it and you just want to pull and it'll slide out and come off. And once you get to that step, basically your whole brake line is ready to go. So all you need to do is just wiggle it out. Just like that. Now what I'm going to do is just to reverse all the step and put the new one back on there. I just put the stuff, the holes on underneath the car, and now I need to connect the slave cylinder and the holes that is going into the slave cylinder, the bolt for that. And also if you buy genuine stuff, this is why I love genuine stuff, by the way, you get like washers, and also you get torque spec, so you don't have to look it up on the internet. So for that I just hand tighten that, and oh yeah, shows you a good explanation here, and I just hand tighten that, but like nothing too crazy. I couldn't do the torque spec that they do because I just use a spanner, but with the bottom one I can. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a slave back on, put a washer back on there as well, and I'll show you guys. And just like that, the slave is installed, two 12mm bolts, and this one with the paint on there, I'm not sure if you can see properly, but this one is the banjo bolt. So tighten that properly, torque it down to, I think max is 9.8 Newton meters, and I'm gonna have a look at the torque spec on those two as well. Torque those down, torque that one down, and now you are ready to bleed the clutch. Alright, for these two bolts that are on the slave, I found the torque spec and it's 23 Newton meters. So I just torqued these two down the spec, and also the little banjo bolt is torqued down as well, and lighting is not very good. And yeah, banjo bolt is torqued down as well, and you can see here is a little bleeder nipple. So we'll need to fill up the fill up the clutch fluid, and which is basically .4 brake fluid I'm going to use. And yeah, I'm just gonna start bleeding. Basically you will need 2 people bleeding. You would put the rubber hose on here, fill up the clutch reservoir with all the brake fluid, and get a person in the car to pump the the clutch pedal, and it will be like sticky as you have to bring it back up and push it back down, bring it back up, start building up some pressure, and you crack this loose, which is like an 8mm, and then hold the clutch pedal down to the floor while you crack this loose, and air should come out, and then you tighten it again and get the person to start pumping again. It's basically like same concept as when you're changing a brake fluid. So I'm just gonna let that bleed, and yeah, I'm gonna use some Castrol brake fluid. I've just been for actually a quick drive, but I'm gonna show you guys the biggest difference is actually how first of all, the clutch, the bite point is more refined, but the biggest difference how my gearbox feels when I'm shifting. So just first to second, it's just like smooth, like there is not, it's not notchy or anything, which before sometimes it can be, especially when it's cold. But yeah, now it's like smooth, just like that, not much effort. And huge improvement. So yeah, this is probably about a week later, and basically definitely worth the money. If you guys haven't seen my previous video rebuilding the slave, in combination of that rebuilding the slave and also upgrading the clutch holes, 100% huge difference, like just like night and day actually. You guys probably don't have to go for Nismo if you're just looking for a braided line, because Nismo is a bit more expensive being just a braided line. Like I think I paid 60 bucks for this or something like that from Japan, which you can get a braided line for 40 bucks from GK Tech, maybe some brands like that, like just some other brands. There's not much tech to it, it's just literally a braided line, so I don't think you can go wrong with going with a cheaper brand. But as again, the only reason I go with Nismo is because I'm trying to keep the theme going with all the Nismo stuff on this car. Also, I can't remember if I showed you guys the part number. So yeah, that's the part number. If you guys are looking for the same part, if you just Google this part number, you will be able to find this Nismo clutch holes. And just a bit of an update on the 370 as well in the background. I'm currently basically stripping that car, I'm sort of debating on whether I will sell all the manual stuff and then get some money back, or maybe I should buy a 370 and use all the manual stuff and then swap a 370, like manual swap one. Because basically all the right hand drive 370 from Japan, basically 90% of them are automatic, only 10% are manual. So like it's pretty rare, not like how you guys have G37, bunch of manual G35 in the state. So yeah, anyway, I'm rambling on. If you guys enjoyed the video, like, comment, share, subscribe, you know the deal. And yeah, just trying to push and grow the channel. And yeah, I really appreciate that you guys tuning in and watch my video and like and all that stuff. So yeah, without further ado, stay tuned for the next video. I'll see you guys in the next video.